Welcome back to another show of our NBA Weekly Recap Show. You already know who it is. It's your boy Q Walker with
KJ.
I thought you was gonna pick a different name.
Nope.
We're gonna stick with KJ.
I forgot I was gonna pick a different name. Next week.
I have a different name. The contest. What name should KJ pick? But anyways, man, we're gonna get right on into it. We got a lot of things going on this past week to get you up caught up. But most importantly, the thing that everybody was talking about was the Los Angeles Clippers, because the Clippers gonna clip. Clippers gonna clip.
Clipped all right.
Went down 3-4, lost 3 straight games to the Denver Nuggets to set up the Western Conference Finals of the Los Angeles Lakers and the Denver Nuggets. Everybody and their mama, matter of fact, let me go ahead and say I was wrong. I had the Clippers and the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. I'm pretty sure 95% of the NBA world had the Lakers and the Clippers. Denver had something to say about it. Keezy, man. Well, matter of fact, Sunday when we did the last show we did, it was 3-1.
It was 3-1.
It was 3-1.
Clippers up 3-1.
And we both were like, you know what? It's over. It's a wrap. They done. And I'd be damned if they didn't go ahead and win 3 straight of them things. But what was your thoughts on it? Go ahead. I'll let you have at it, man.
Just second half collapses. Just bad defense. Jamal Murray and Jokic. And the Clippers had no answer for either one of them. I think it was bad coaching.
Okay.
It was bad execution. Just bad everything.
Just bad everything.
It was bad. It was just bad all around.
But hold on, man. Before the season started, what was all of that talk? Oh, the Clippers got the best 2 wing defenders in Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan.
They got Patrick Beverly.
What was all this? I mean, I might be wrong, Keezy, but I ain't never seen Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen get outscored by one guy. I ain't never not seen that.
Especially in the fourth quarter.
Man, did you know in the Game 7, they combined for 5 points in the second half?
And 0 in the fourth quarter, I think.
I mean, well, we all know what Paul George is going to do. We everybody pretty much predicted Paul George is going to come up.
So I'm gonna give you your props on this.
What's that? Oh, go ahead.
So you said you didn't trust him.
I sure didn't.
And this was early on in the bubble.
Right.
And I saw the way he was playing in the bubble, and I was like, there's no way that you cannot trust him the way he's playing in the bubble. He's healthy now, got his shoulders together.
All the way together.
Had his time off. He's good to go. He was hitting threes from everywhere. He looked like the best player early on in the bubble.
He did.
And when it came playoff time, old playoff P showed up, didn't he?
Oh man, but the thing I wouldn't say I'm excited about, but the thing that I think that everybody needs to take into account is that this was a collaborative effort for everybody. Paul George has to take the blame, but most of the blame has to fall on Kawhi Leonard. Because you cannot score 14 points in a closeout game, go 6 for 22, and not expect any criticism from nobody.
True. Okay, he had a bad game.
Yes.
But he led the team in points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, everything. He led them in every statistical category.
But no, I'm not going to let you get away with that. You know why?
He still needs to get blamed for it, though.
Yes, because LeBron James, when he lost in the NBA Finals to the Golden State Warriors, he led both teams in every statistical category, and he gets killed.
I will never blame a man who does everything for their team and say it's his fault. Okay,
I'll go with that. I'll ride with that. But yeah, Kawhi Leonard, man, you cannot. So, Keezy, where do the Clippers go from here? Where do they do
back
next?
To the basement of the Staples Center?
Back to the basement. Okay, so what is it?
They have no draft picks.
Okay.
They have no cap space. They have to try to figure out some way to match up against Jokic and Anthony Davis coming up for next year.
Right.
So they have to get an athletic forward who can attempt to match up with Anthony Davis. And then they'll have to get somebody that can attempt, or maybe even just have a better game plan against somebody like Jokic.
Okay.
Because they kept trying to double team, and for the Clippers to be so good on defense, they look confused.
They did. So was that Doc Rivers?
Yes.
Okay.
That's Doc Rivers.
Okay.
But when you have veterans that are supposed to be the best wing defenders since Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, they got to do better communicating. They got to talk to everybody out there. The same way LeBron talks to people. LeBron doesn't play great defense
No, he
anymore,
does not. No, he doesn't.
But you see him telling people, you need to be here.
He's out there conducting traffic.
You need to be there.
Yeah.
I can't do it like I used to, but I'm going to tell you so that you can do it.
I'm gonna put you in the best positions possible.
Yes.
So so I ain't gotta sit down in the chair and guard these people.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I'm right there with you, Keezy. The Clippers front line. I mean, Montrez he won 6 Man of the Year, so he's about to get the bag.
He's about to get paid.
He's not coming back for no vet minimum, no $2 million salary. So Steve Ballmer, the owner of the Clippers, has a choice to make. Do I go into luxury checks for Montrez Harrell? Or do I scout free agency and see what serviceable big man I can have come in there? But I don't see a big man out there in free agency that's going to come in and do a halfway decent good job. So you lose him. Pat Bev, he's on the contract. Then you got Kawhi. You got Joakim Noah for another year. But I mean, what
they might as well buy him out and let him get on the side. So,
and then it brings us up to the draft picks. They have no draft picks.
Because they got rid of everyone that they'll ever have for the next 40 years.
Yeah.
For playoff peak.
They got rid of their next
six
draft picks for a guy that got you to the second round.
And who had a wide open three and shot it off the side of the backboard.
Off the side of the goddamn backboard. But anyway, this is neither here nor there. But my thing is, so therefore the Clippers, they're in limbo right now.
Yes.
They have no cap space, like you said. Their front line is decimated. I mean, you got Zubac. That's it.
Yeah.
And do you plan to beat anybody with Zubac and Joakim Noah?
You're not gonna beat the Lakers with Anthony Davis. You're not gonna beat the Nuggets with Jokic if you just plan on playing them the same way you did before. Because that's not gonna work.
That's not gonna cut it. So I don't know where the Clippers go from here. There was reports that came out by Chris Haynes of Yahoo Sports that they're interested in Derrick Rose. That's a nice pickup, but that's not where you need the help at.
No.
You got Lou Williams and you got Pat Bev in the backcourt. So there's your point guards. What does Derrick Rose come in and give you that they can't get from those two?
That's like that's another Lou Williams.
Yeah, I got you.
Come
in, give you
somebody's gonna try to give you some offense off the bench,
but that's not what
they can't really give them what they need.
I mean, it would be a good pickup if they already had the team constructed as it is right now. Like Montrez wasn't a free agent, the Morris twin wasn't a free agent. Like the team was still coming back, and they wanted to add Derrick Rose. I say that's a damn good pickup.
That's a good pickup.
But you ain't got no help on the front line, so what, you gonna put Derrick Rose at center? I don't understand that unless they put some kind of package together to trade for more than just Derrick Rose, and they get some big men back in return. But I'm right there with you, Keezy. The Clippers next season is not looking very good, and I think that this was their best chance to sneak in a championship because the Lakers are going to come back in full force. Golden State will be fully healthy again. Then you got KD and Kyrie out east will be healthy again. And then you got the Miami Heat, they'll be good again. Hopefully you got the Celtics. Who'll be good. So this was the Clippers' best chance to sneak one in because this roster is going to look completely different next season.
Yeah, but I think you're going to have a lot of turnover all over the league though. The Lakers have the same.
Yeah, but
they have AD and LeBron.
Yeah, exactly. So they have a big.
They're going to be in this same situation where they're going to have to move a lot of people and a lot of parts and stuff like that.
But the Lakers have a lot of one-year contracts though.
Yeah.
So they'll be flexible in who they can go out and get in free agency. Where the Clippers just got to sit back and be the Clippers.
Yeah, I mean but I think the Clippers front office might be able to. I mean, they'll figure something out. And we'll be back here next year again talking about the Lakers and the Clippers again.
No, we won't.
Yeah, we will.
No, we will not. No,
yes, we will.
No, we will not.
Yes, we will.
I'm trying to tell you, no, we won't. Clippers are done. Clippers, I'm going to tell you.
As long as they still have Kawhi and Paul George in the contract, they'll still be.
Okay.
They'll still be 2 or 3 in the West.
But before we go to the next topic, the point is Kawhi's load management. Because that was all the excuses, they was tired in Game 7 and, it was inner turmoil in the team and all of that type of stuff. Nah, I ain't here for all them excuses. Nah, I'm not here for all of that because when LeBron caught cramps in the NBA Finals,
why we keep going back to LeBron? We're supposed to be talking about the Clippers.
Because
their problems.
Because I want Kawhi to get the same type of criticism, but nobody is saying a word.
But Kawhi is not LeBron.
Okay, I just want to hear that.
He's not LeBron. Okay. People keep saying, "Oh, he's the best player in the West." Who? Why?
You got people out there who think that.
Offensively, he cannot hold a candle up to LeBron.
Okay. Only thing he does better than LeBron is free throws.
free throws.
That's about it.
And when he gets a chance, when he tries to lock down on defense, he can. But he's still not defensive player of the year Kawhi.
He's not that guy.
That's gone.
Yeah, he's not that guy.
So,
but I mean, yeah, like you said, he can still lock and load. But anyways, we're gonna go on to the next topic, which is Keezy's man Giannis Antetokounmpo,
who I predicted would win MVP and Defensive Player of the Year.
You did. I give you that. And he's only one of 3 people to win MVP and Defensive Player of the Year in the same year. As you can see, he's up there with some elite company.
With
Michael
the GOAT.
Jordan. Who? Hakeem Olajuwon?
Nope.
But anyways, Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon both did it as well. LeBron should have been up there, but he got snubbed by Marc Gasol winning Defensive Player of the Year. I don't know how you win Defensive Player of the Year and you're on the second team all defense. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Giannis won it. They won it out in the second round. But to be fair to Giannis, the year Jordan won Defensive Player of the Year and MVP, I don't think he went to the conference finals either.
Nah.
So to be fair to Giannis, Jordan didn't achieve that, but Hakeem Olajuwon did win the NBA finals when he won it. So just to be fair to Giannis. But anyways, what's your thoughts on Giannis winning the MVP? Should he have gotten it?
So I think what everybody keeps forgetting now that they're seeing the bubble go along is that these awards were determined from the regular season.
Right, correct.
So everything was supposed to be on regular season play. If they would have had the bubble included, LeBron would have definitely been MVP.
Of course.
So, I mean, I don't have any issues with it. I mean, they had the best record, all of that. So,
I mean, Giannis, he averaged 29, 13, and 5. LeBron was right there with 25, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. Now it becomes an age-old question. Are we just giving the award to the best player on the best team? Because that's what seems to be happening is Giannis had the best record. He was the best player, so let's give it to Giannis. That seems to be the reoccurring theme here lately. And LeBron James, he came out. He said, are we going with the narrative or are we really watching basketball?
He's always crying about something. Damn. Let somebody else win something. He kills me crying about stuff.
Well, I'm just saying, so Giannis was the most valuable player, and this is why I strongly think that the NBA needs to have more offensive categories. Okay. It should be an MVP and an Offensive Player of the Year. Okay. Because we have a Defensive Player of the Year, so why can't we have an Offensive Player of the Year?
Okay.
So I believe that if the NBA was to separate it like that, it would put more emphasis on the MVP and what he actually means, because now what you're saying is the MVP is the best offensive player, so people automatically think he's the best player in the league.
Well, it's called the most valuable player for a reason.
Yeah, it is.
Because look at it.
Okay.
So, if you take LeBron off the Lakers, they still got Anthony Davis.
All right.
If you take Giannis off the Bucks,
they still got Chris Middleton.
Exactly. And you saw what happened when Giannis was out, right?
Okay. Yeah, they won a game.
I mean, that speaks for itself. They got beat 4-1 because he was hurt. He didn't play well.
But they won when Giannis wasn't there, so how valuable are you? Okay, let me ask you this. You put LeBron on that Bucks team, do they still go out in the second round?
That Bucks team?
This same Bucks team, you put LeBron on that team, do they still go out in the second round?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah.
With them shooting,
he don't have Anthony Davis.
He don't. But let me ask you this.
Who else? Who does he have?
But when he was in the East, did he have Anthony Davis? No.
He did. Well, okay. So
if he can go to the NBA Finals in the East with Kevin Love, I'm gonna exclude Kyrie. So you go to the NBA Finals with Kevin Love, J.R. Smith. Why can't you go with Chris Middleton and Eric Bledsoe and the Robbins boys?
Every single roster in the East was garbage except for Cleveland.
It was all garbage. Okay.
When you look at Cleveland's rosters, they always had the best roster in the Eastern Conference.
Right, sure enough. Kind of,
yeah.
Maybe, sort of.
No, not kind of, maybe, sort of.
Maybe, sort of. Yeah.
When we first started this show, we were sitting in the studio one day, and I was talking to you about the Clippers roster when they had J.R. Smith, and Kyrie, and Kevin Love, and LeBron, and Tristan Thompson. And I kept going on and on and on with all these names, and I was like, they probably have top to bottom the best roster in the whole NBA.
Who made it go? Who made it work?
Well, LeBron makes it work, but still, when you got the best, it's not hard to make it work when you got the best roster in the whole league.
It's not hard to make it work when you got the best player.
Sometimes you have the best player and you don't have nothing else to go with him.
That is true. That is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. So, does Giannis need to leave?
Yeah, I think so.
You think?
Because I don't think they're going to be able to get the pieces to go around him in Milwaukee. Because, I mean, you got Middleton. Like I said, though, Middleton's a nice complimentary player, but he's not somebody that you just going to look at every night and be like, all right, bro, Giannis is off. We need you to get buckets. Okay. You going to rely on him?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Folks, here he is. He's acting like the Boston Celtics. He's on that bullshit.
I'm on that bullshit.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this, man. I was thinking about it, and I was right there with you at first that Giannis needs to leave, and I was like, you know what? He doesn't need to leave.
No.
He just needs to get better. Point blank, period. He just needs to get better. He needs a low post game. Folks, let's just forget about him having a jumper. That's just shit that's not going to happen, so we can forget about that. But he can perfect other things around his game, because I started to look at it, and I said, well, damn, who's better, Jimmy Butler or Giannis?
If I had to pick, I'd take Giannis.
So why can't Giannis do with the Bucks like Jimmy Butler's doing with the Miami Heat? The Miami Heat, they have Bam, Hero, Duncan Robinson, Dragic. They're good pieces, but nobody's like, damn, you see the Miami Heat roster? So the same thing going with the Milwaukee Bucks, right? Nobody's looking at their roster.
That's why I said Eric Spoelstra should have been coach of the year.
I agree with that. So it's not that Giannis needs to leave, and then you look at the Boston Celtics. They have a good roster. They're young. Yes, Jason Tatum is a young superstar, but you're not looking at their roster like, damn, you see who they got? They gonna kill. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's necessarily that Giannis needs to leave. He just needs to get better, because I believe if Jimmy Butler can lead the Miami Heat to conference finals, I believe Giannis can. He just got to get better.
Okay, so the Miami Heat play team ball.
You're correct.
Okay, so one night Duncan Robinson might get 20, and Hero might have 5. And the next night Hero might have 20, and Duncan Robinson might not score.
Correct.
And then Jay Crowder might have 20. And Hero might have 20. Jimmy Butler might have 10.
Right.
Or Bam might have. So they mix it up really well. They mix up their defense. The offense works because there's not a lot of ISO. There's a lot of movement, a lot of screens, a lot of motion.
Right.
So it's two totally different teams that you're talking about.
But see, that's my point, is that Jimmy Butler's impact on Miami is greater than Giannis's numbers are. So I need Giannis to have more impact like that as well. Giannis should look at it like, okay, look here, I got 2 MVPs, so I'm not trying to prove I'm the best anymore. I got 2 MVPs that could, quote unquote, show that. So what do I do now? I need to find out how to make a greater impact on my team, because roster to roster, Milwaukee and Miami, you would give the nod to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
At least that's what everybody thought until Miami got hot, but that's neither here nor there. So that's why I said I don't think he needs to leave. He also just needs to get better. And also, I'll say this before I turn it over to you, is that we've got to stop wanting these players to win a championship in their first few years. Like that rarely happens. Yeah,
it takes time.
Duncan did it, but he had Robinson. Dwayne Wade did it, but he had Shaq. Kobe did it, but he had Shaq as well. So we've got to, and Jordan, he didn't get his to what, year 7?
He was in there.
So we've got to stop expecting these guys to win it in a certain amount of time. I mean, hell, Karl Malone, he didn't get to the NBA Finals till he was what, 31?
48.
No, he's 38, my bad. Karl Malone was 38. Karl Malone was 38. Kevin Garnett didn't get to the finals, so he was 31.
Yeah, he was.
So we've got to stop rushing these guys and saying, oh, well, he ain't no good because he ain't won and he's only 25. Like, bro, give my dude some time. Give my dude some time. But I think Giannis should stay. I do. I
think if he stays in Milwaukee there, he'll never win a championship there. If he really wants to win a championship and that's what he really wants to do, then I don't think Milwaukee is a place to do it. He needs another like superstar.
Correct.
So we got all the Batman and Robins all over the league. You got Kawhi and PG, you got LeBron, AD. You
got Nurkic and Murray.
So everything is a 2 superstar thing now. No more of this big 3 stuff.
You're right.
So he needs somebody else to go with him. That's a superstar. Can't be Chris Middleton. Can't be Middleton.
You know what? I agree wholeheartedly with that, and it all depends on Bucks management. How serious are they about building a contender?
They've never been serious about anything.
But they've never had a player like this either.
True.
So it depends on how serious they are in building a contender. Because Paul George came out recently and explained why he left Indiana, because he came to them telling them, look, there was a top power forward who wanted to come play in Indiana out of all places, and the Pacers wouldn't trade for him. So if it's a scenario like that, hey, get the hell on up out of, Giannis, you're wasting your time. But if they're willing to continue to go into the luxury tax or make trades and do what they got to do to at least show Giannis they're trying, Giannis, and also you got a super max. So
but who they gonna get though?
I don't know.
Who they gonna get to go with him?
Man, I don't know. In the East, I don't think it's not gonna matter that much, because the only team that you're gonna be playing against is the Nets. That's it.
Exactly, but he's still going to be in the same situation. He can get as far as he can. He can get to the Eastern Conference Finals. He might be able to make it to the NBA Finals, but they're still not going to beat whoever comes out of the West.
Okay.
So, he needs to leave. You know where he should go?
Miami.
He can go to Miami.
What would you think?
Anywhere but Milwaukee.
Anywhere but Milwaukee.
You know who would be a really good fit to play with him?
Who's that?
A sniper like Steph Curry, somebody like that.
Don't do that. Don't do it.
I'm just saying. He needs somebody that can shoot to pull the defense out. Because we got Robin Lopez. He's stretched. Nobody cares about Lopez shooting the three.
Got you one even better. Even though I know it's not gonna happen. Devin Booker.
Booker. There you go.
Devin Booker.
That's a good one.
Phoenix Suns, get on the phone, get in touch with Milwaukee. I know Giannis said he's not leaving, but say, hey, look, we'll give you DeAndre Ayton. Kelly Oubre, whatever throw in another player to make the salaries match for Giannis.
We'll give you a bunch of picks.
Give you some picks.
Pretty much give you whatever you want.
You team him up with Devin Booker.
Now that's a good matchup.
You got something.
You got something going right there.
Hey man, I'm trying to tell you, I need a GM job. I'm trying to tell you.
They need to get my man Book up out of Phoenix too if they're not going to do anything.
They're not going to do it. I mean, they trying. Kelly Oubre, DeAndre. I mean, they won they the greatest bubble team ever. So,
DeAndre Ayton. Who could they have drafted instead of DeAndre Ayton?
You talking about Phoenix? Who? I'm clueless. Who?
Luka.
Oh shit.
Anyways, carry on.
Yeah, but anyways, the NBA just recently came out with their All NBA teams. Man, here's All NBA first team. You got Giannis, AD, Luka, who he was just alluding to, James Harden, LeBron James. You got any issues with that?
No problem with that.
All right, so let's go to the NBA second team. You got the Joker, Kawhi Leonard, Dame Lillard, Chris Paul, and Spicy P, Pascal Siakam. Any problems there?
One.
Who you got? What's the problem?
I don't know. I don't like Chris Paul on the second team.
You don't like Chris Paul on the second team?
No.
Hold on, before we go to the third team, hold on. You said you don't like Chris. Why you don't like Chris Paul on the second team?
I mean, he didn't put up numbers that are second team worthy compared to the other four people on that second team.
So we got Joker, Kawhi Leonard, Dame Lillard, and Pascal. You don't think he was worthy of?
No.
You hard on my dude CP3, man. All he did was lead the
he averaged about 15 points a game.
So what's the point? It's the impact. But anyway,
the impact. Okay.
The All NBA third team. We got Jimmy Butler, Rudy Gobert, Ben Simmons, Jason Tatum, and Russell Westbrook. This might be the worst shooting All NBA third team ever. My God, Lee, hold on, I'm gonna pull this back up. So you got Jimmy Butler, Rudy Gobert, Ben Simmons, Jason Tatum, and Russell Westbrook.
So on the count of three.
Oh my God, he was horrible.
We gonna name the one person that we think should have replaced somebody.
Okay.
On either the second or the third team.
Yeah, first team can't be touched. First team, I'm good with that.
You ready?
Go
1,
ahead.
2, 3. Bradley Beal. Thank you.
Bradley Beal. There's no way you can tell me that Bradley Beal's numbers are better. That aren't better than Ben Simmons. Like I would take him over Ben Simmons. I'm gonna look at this second team. You can even put him on the second team over Chris Paul. I'll give you that.
I take him on the third team over Westbrook.
I'll give you that. So yeah, Bradley Beal, he averaged 30 points per game this year. As you look at the second team real quick, he averaged 30 points per game, and it's a shame that he got snubbed for the All NBA team. He definitely
got snubbed. He get snubbed on the All Star team too.
I think he
did. For the All Star team too. How you average 30 points a game and you don't make the All Star team?
Bro, I don't know. It's fondling me.
That's another organization that's in trouble.
What's that?
Washington.
They got John Wall out here throwing up sets and game signs.
They got John Wall locked up $200 million, and he's out here acting like he's worth about $10 in the.
Hey, you know how many games John Wall's played in 2 years?
10.
The same amount as we have. The same amount of games we have in 2 years, and I think he's getting paid like $40 million to do what we doing right now, which is chill. I can throw gang signs and get paid for it too. But anyways, let's go on over to the our NBA, our rookie team. I'm gonna just throw the rookie team first up here. We got was Brandon Clark, John Morant, Kevin Nunn, Zion Williamson, and Pat Shaw. Before we do this, dog, I got a problem with this first team.
Okay.
Zion Williamson should not be our rookie first team.
I don't like that either. I mean, how you play 22 games?
I was just about to say he played 24 games, and yes, he averaged 22.6 rebounds, shot 58%, 42% from three. But how do you play 24 games and you on our rookie first team? Like
I don't like that either.
Okay, give you a scenario real quick. NBA superstar, first game of the season, he goes down and gets hurt. He's misses 3-4 months. He comes back after All-Star break, puts up numbers like 37,
He's not going to
12,
win
and
MVP.
8. No, not even MVP. He puts up 37, 12, and 8 assists. Does he make the All-NBA team?
No.
So how the hell Zion make our rookie team playing 20?
That's a great question.
So I think, and it goes back again to narrative. The NBA, by all accounts, Zion's going to be good. I'm not saying he's not a good player, but to play 24 games and to make an all-rookie team, to me, as just said,
because there's other rookies out there that played the whole season.
Exactly, it should be going to other guys who did they pay their dues, and the all-rookie second team, like you got Tyler Hero.
There he is.
You know what I'm saying? I believe Tyler Hero should have taken, Zion's spot on the first team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he showed over the course of an NBA season that he was worthy of being one of the 5 best rookies that are playing right now. So that's the only issue that I have right there, man. But anyways, let's talk about the NBA playoffs. We got the Final Four happening right now. I'm going to put this up here on the screen so everybody can see exactly where we're at right now. We have Miami and Boston at 2-1, which the Boston Celtics just won last night. And then in the West side, we got Keezy.
The NBA champion, Los Angeles Lakers.
I'm not going to let you do this, Skip Bayless. We got the Los Angeles Lakers and the Denver Nuggets on the West side. So Keezy, first and foremost, the Celtics won Game 3 after they had issues in the locker room. Marcus Smart saying y'all on that bullshit again. I would love to know who he was talking to.
I heard it was Jaylen Brown, but I don't know. I don't know for sure because I wasn't in there.
I would love to be a fly on the wall. But my question: why do they wait till Wednesday to play Game 4?
I don't know. They must be trying to catch everything up now.
That's just odd to me that they're waiting till Wednesday to play Game 4. But anyways. The Miami Heat came out to the 2-0 lead. They came back from, I think it was 16 down in Game 2 to beat the Celtics. So Keezy, you sticking by your Celtics in 7?
Celtics in 7.
I'm trying to be a man of my word. But the only thing that scares me about this matchup is depth. The Celtics don't really have a bench.
They don't. They have no bench at all.
And that concerns me because the longer you go out the series, the worse it's going to be for the Boston Celtics. The Clippers got to use the excuse of fatigue, so I'm going to give the excuse to the Clippers of fatigue. Because you have Jason Tatum right now, he's averaging 42 minutes a game. Jaylen Brown's 42 minutes a game. Kemba Walker's 39, and Marcus Smart is 39. And you got the Miami Heat. You got Bam is 38, Dragic at 33, Butler at 38, Hero 36, Crowder at 35, even Duncan Robinson at 25. So they done spread that thing out. They got bodies. Boston Celtics got 4.
Then you throw Iguodala in there.
Then I forgot about Iggy.
You got Kendrick Nunn who can come in and play some minutes.
I forgot about him too. So that's the only thing that concerns me. Also, before I turn it over to you, scoring. The Miami Heat have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in double figures. Boston 4. You got Bam at 22, who leads the team. You got Dragic at 21, Butler at 17, Tyler at 15, Crowder at 14, Duncan Robinson at 12. And then for the Celtics, you have Jason Tatum at 25, Jaylen Brown at 21, Walker at 21, Smart at 20. That concerns me, man.
So, the reason I say Celtics in 7, so last night, they picked it up on the defensive end.
They had to.
They still didn't look great offensively, but defensively they really picked it up last night. And if it hadn't been for Tyler Hero scoring, I want to say he had 15 points or something like that in the second quarter, they probably would have been down 25 or more at halftime because they could not do anything on offense.
Correct.
So, And Game 4 isn't until Wednesday, so now the Celtics have time to rest.
Right. Okay.
So they're gonna let the Lakers and the Nuggets catch up to them, just so that they can give the Lakers more rest before the finals start, because they know the Eastern Conference is gonna go 7, so they're gonna go ahead and let the Lakers catch up and get up 3-0. Then they go sweep, and they still got time to rest. Anyways,
I'm not doing this.
I mean, it's all a big show by the NBA to give the Lakers the title. But
so
anyways, though, the fix is in. It's been in.
Okay.
Anyways, so I mean, I like what these young rookies are doing for the Heat. But I think when it comes down to it, Tatum and Jaylen Brown, everybody, they'll end up taking over eventually down the stretch, and I want to say it'll be Celtics in 7. Because I personally think that Miami got a little lucky when they came back from being down by so much, because they were already down. This is 2 games in a row where they were down double digits. They won one, but they didn't, they weren't going to be able to win last night, and I think it'll happen again.
Be careful what you say, because Denver was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
They was having to come back from big leads, and they won 3 straight, so, I mean, be careful. It's been done before in these plays.
I want the Heat to win.
I do, too. Because
you think the Lakers are going to beat them? Everything is about the Lakers. Everything's about the Lakers winning.
No, it ain't, man. So, man, look, everything is not about the Lakers winning.
Yes, it is.
I just feel like collectively, the Miami Heat are a better team. As I just eloquent here, that they have 6 players in double figures. That's a good team.
That is a good team.
That's a good team.
Yes.
So, I mean, I think a good team would be individual play any day. If you don't believe me, ask Giannis. Which is who the Miami Heat beat.
Yeah, which I knew they would.
I mean, so I think, man, look, still got Boston in 7, but I wouldn't be surprised if Miami took this thing, because like you just said, that in both games 2 and 3, the Miami Heat got down big, but game 2 they came back, game 3 they weren't able to do so. So that lets me know that a lot of their scoring comes from grit and defense. They turn transition into offensive points. So without transition, you limit the Miami Heat what they can do, because in a half court set, they really don't have a go-to. Yeah, you got Jimmy Butler, but I don't know if in crunch time, who would you rather have, Jimmy Butler or Jason Tatum? If you had to say, give me a bucket. Tatum. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, off in the half court set, I trust the Boston Celtics more than I do the Miami Heat. Would you trust to dump it down low to Bam and get you a bucket? Nah. Bam gets a lot of his points on a lot of cuts, putbacks, a lot of rim runs. So he gets his points that way. And I just think that Boston, I think that the whole thing in the locker room, I think it's going to propel them to go ahead and do this thing. And we're going to go 4-2. And we're going to meet the Los Angeles Lakers in the NBA Finals.
And Boston still doesn't have enough depth to beat the Lakers either. So there you go.
Nah,
it doesn't really matter what happens anymore anyways. The Lakers are going to win the title. I mean, it's pretty much over.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I like the Lakers' chances.
Oh, I would like their chances too.
I like their chances of winning. So anyways, let's go on over to the west side. You have the Lakers up 1-0 against the Denver Nuggets. They play tonight on Sunday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. So they won last game 126-114. In that game here, AD had 31 points, 10 rebounds. KCP had 18. LeBron had 15, 6 rebounds, 12 assists. Dwight played exceptionally well, had 13 points. Joker had 21 points, 6 rebounds. Murray had 21 points, but he shot 58% and 60% from 3. And Michael Porter Jr. chipped in with 14 points as well. Keezy, what was your thoughts on game 1?
Game 1 went about the way I expected. I expect AD to dominate this whole series because Jokic is too slow.
Of course, yeah.
They don't have anybody else they can put on Millsap's. Millsap's too small.
Bobo. They got Bobo. Put Bobo on AD. Yeah, there you go.
They don't have anybody that can match up against AD.
Bobo.
So, I mean, it's pretty much, it's a wrap.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
The Nuggets have shown that they're a good team because they beat the champion to play the Lakers. So they've shown that they're worthy of beating the Lakers. So I give them a good chance. What you got in this series? What you got? 4-2? You got a sweep? What you got? 4-1?
Oh, I'm with Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5.
Yeah. The Lakers have Let me see. They're gonna gotta play 4 more games this series, and then play 5. The Lakers got about 9 games left on the whole season.
I'm not doing this, dog. So, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and give the Lakers in 5 as well. I think the Denver Nuggets will get hot one game, and you know the Lakers won't be able to match it, and they'll win a game by like maybe 10 points. But I like the Lakers to go ahead and do this thing 4-1, gonna get us to the NBA championship, NBA finals, and then we'll face a worthy opponent there as well. But the thing that the Lakers have to keep doing is, one, frustrating Joker, because he was frustrated in all outdoors.
Dwight Howard did that.
Dwight Howard was all in that boy's head. Continue to get Joker in foul trouble, which he had 3 fouls in the first half, I believe it was. So you keep him.
Had 3. Jamal Murray had 3.
So you keep him on the bench, because then who did they have on the front line? Nobody. You can throw in Bobo if you want to. You do that if you want to.
He hasn't played since the playoffs started.
So it's either with the Nuggets. I know Jamal Murray is a good player for them, but it's either Joker or bust with them. You get Joker off the court, because I don't believe that Jamal Murray can do what he did against the Clippers against the Lakers. That's not gonna happen. You're not about to outscore AD and LeBron to win.
No.
You're not about to do that. You can have a 40 ball. You can have all the damn 40 balls you want, but you ain't about to outscore AD and LeBron.
So here's what the Lakers aren't gonna get, though.
What's that?
They're not gonna get 18 from KCP on a regular basis.
Oh, hell no.
They're not gonna get 13 from Dwight Howard on a regular basis.
I think they will.
From Dwight? I don't think so. I think he had one good game, and that was the other night, and that was it for him, because now he'll be over eating candy on the sideline, dancing around with JaVale McGee. They're not gonna get that from KCP.
No.
Caruso's been off. So if the Nuggets can get something from Grant like they got from him, if they can get something from Millsap, Gary Harris, who did absolutely nothing in game 1.
Was he there?
I don't think he was there.
He did not play coach's decision.
He must have had something about the virus or something.
It was the lighting.
The lights.
It was the lights. It was
in
the
background. Yeah.
Yep.
So if the Nuggets can put a full game together like they did against the Clippers the last 3 or 4 games, then I mean they got a chance. They're not gonna beat the Lakers, but they got a chance to make it a series, though.
They got a chance to make it interesting.
Interesting, yes.
They got a chance to make it interesting. No. 2 reasons. One of them is obvious. LeBron James.
Okay.
Other one is Rondo.
Playoff Rondo. He's been the unsung hero of the team.
That is why I believe it will never go past. Well, I ain't gonna say never. It shouldn't go past 5 games. It's because of those 2. Not LeBron and AD, but LeBron and Rondo, because those 2 guys have the highest IQ of anybody on the court. Notice when Rondo came back, the offense flowed much better than when LeBron. Now, I'm not saying LeBron didn't have the offense going, but the offense flowed a lot better because, for one, it takes the onus of LeBron being on the ball all the time. Then the Rondo can put LeBron in position to score.
Him and AD work.
They just got that connection. They just got a connection. So Rondo was the missing piece for this thing to go, and of course we're gonna go 4-1, and we going to the shit.
So LeBron's gonna get his 4th ring.
Why you Bellis keep saying this?
Because it's gonna happen.
I'm not gonna put it at
so
y'all
everybody
saying that.
Everybody knew. Well, everybody thought.
Yeah.
Lakers and the Clippers, and the winner of the Lakers and the Clippers is gonna win the championship.
Right.
So the Clippers are out.
I wonder how that happened.
That only leaves one team, and that's the Lakers.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm going series by series. I'm not gonna do what the Clippers
like I
did.
said yesterday. There's no point in even playing the rest of the playoffs. Might as well just let it go.
I'm not gonna do. What
I hope they get the banner ready.
Nope. What banner?
The one they're gonna put up in the Staples Center.
Nope, not doing it.
I hope they get the banner ready. They should probably put something on there for Kobe or something like that too.
That would be nice though.
Yeah.
If that was to happen,
yeah.
that would.
They should wear it. They should wear them Black Mamba jerseys the whole rest of the playoffs.
That would be nice too. That would be nice too. But I'm not gonna look ahead like the Clippers did. I'm not gonna do it. The Clippers did look ahead, and you see where they at.
Apparently, the Clippers been looking ahead the whole time. Because that's what Marcus Morris basically said. They've been looking ahead.
And I'm not trying to hear this. All of LeBron got lucky. LeBron avoided the Clippers. LeBron didn't do shit.
The Clippers did that. LeBron didn't have to do anything. This is gonna be LeBron's easiest run to championship he ever had now.
How? No, it's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not true.
It is
it's
true.
Not true. Why is it that LeBron, or he can't do that in the West? He goes to the West, get the number one.
I'm not saying it's LeBron's fault. I'm just telling you what it is.
No,
this is his easiest run to the title ever.
Mm-mm. So he played the Portland Trail Blazers first round. They got an All NBA player on their team, Dame Lillard.
Dame Lillard, he dislocated his finger. He hurt his knee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's basically the Dame Lillard show. Okay, so with Dame Lillard out, then it's over for them too.
And then everybody was like, "Oh man, Portland was the team. Portland,
the worst defensive
Portland was
team.
The team. Portland was the squad."
Did you say that?
I didn't say that.
Did I say that?
Yep.
No, I didn't. We both said
Yep.
Lakers in 5,
Yep.
Lakers in 6.
And then he goes to the second round, plays the Houston Rockets. They got an All NBA. They got 2 All NBA players.
And what did I say? Lakers in 5. You know why?
Why?
Because the Lakers are too damn big for the little bitty Houston Rockets.
But my point is, he went from All NBA player to All NBA players, and now he's playing the team that beat what everybody.
And you trust Paul George about as much as I trust Russell Westbrook. I don't trust the boy. I don't trust him.
But my point is, he went through all these players, and people are still saying it's the easiest path. No, he's just making it look that easy. Because let me ask you this. If the Clippers had a number 1 seed, would they still go through 4-1 and get to the NBA Western Conference Finals? No, they would have struggled too. How do I know this? Because they struggled against the Clippers. Against the Mavs, and they struggled against the Denver Nuggets and lost. So that lets me know that if it was Portland and the Rockets, they would have struggled against them too.
Yeah, they would have.
So therefore, it's not
because
that
they just weren't who. They were not who we thought they were.
We let them off the hook.
We let them off the hook. Yeah.
So basically, what you're saying is the Clippers were overrated.
Yes.
I'm glad you said that. That's all I wanted to hear. That's all. But LeBron didn't have the easiest path. He just makes it look easy. That's all.
Man, listen. This is his. You know what?
But that's so wrong, Keezy. Because when he was in the East, he got it so easy. He just got to beat Toronto Raptors.
He had it easy to get through the East. This is for the whole title.
See what I'm saying? So LeBron is in a lose-lose situation. He goes out west. He does what he's supposed to do. Well, it's the easiest path. He's in the East for 15 years. You put Kobe out there, you put anybody out there, they'll get to the NBA Finals. It's always easy. He can't win. Either way it goes, he's gonna have the easiest path. I don't understand. But if it was so easy, why didn't the Clippers get hurt?
Because the Clippers didn't play the Nuggets and the Blazers and the Rockets.
Whose fault is that? They could have tried to get the number 1 seed.
I'm telling you, it's not LeBron's fault. It's just how things have worked out. It's not his fault though.
It's not the easiest path, man.
Everybody was talking about Portland. This is the best 8 seed we ever seen. This is the worst defensive team of all time.
Right. It's just LeBron made it look that easy.
No, they didn't even play that good. The Lakers didn't even play that good.
Exactly.
They didn't have to though.
LeBron played exceptional.
Because the Blazers can't guard anybody.
Man, y'all killing me out here, y'all. Man, who said y'all killing me out here, man? But anyways, so it's the easiest path. LeBron goes up against the team that beat the team that everybody had picked as the NBA Finals champion.
Like we said, when it came down to it, the Clippers were not who we thought they were.
So basically, LeBron ruled the West again, basically.
Yeah.
Because the Clippers were overrated. Denver.
But we looked at this before, though. We said the only 2 teams we think, just on paper, just from looking at it, that can win the title are the Lakers and the Clippers.
Right, correct.
Nobody else is going to win the title. It's either going to be the Lakers or the Clippers. And there's only one team left. Exactly.
LeBron, I'm with you. It ain't no easy path, baby. You know what I'm saying? We had to go through Dame, All NBA, James Harden, All NBA, Russell Westbrook, All NBA, and then we dealing with the Joker and Murray right now, who's the hottest team in the playoffs right now.
They're not the hottest team in the playoffs. The Miami Heat are the hottest team in the playoffs.
They did just come back, 3-1 against the Clippers.
Yeah, what's the Heat's record in the playoffs? 10-2. 10-2. They lost 2 games.
I can't remember what it is.
The Nuggets have lost 6.
Well, if you want to go
7.
there, the Lakers have only lost 2 games as well.
Okay, so there you go. So maybe they're the hottest team in the playoffs.
I'm just saying this.
So there you go.
So we not the hottest team. We just make it look that easy. So LeBron, I'm right there with you, baby. It don't matter what conference you go to. They gonna say it's the easiest path because you just make it look that easy.
No, it's not always the easiest path. It just happened that this happened to turn out very easily for the Lakers. If the Clippers would have been in this position, I would have said it happened that the Clippers may not be as good as we think they are. They just came up against teams that cannot match up with them.
Clippers had a chance to prove that it was easy.
Yeah, the Clippers are really good with Kawhi. But there's other pieces on that team that don't really stack up with what they thought they were going to be able to do.
All that talking, just a mouthful of verbs. Is what Lil Wayne once said.
Everybody's going to Cancun now.
Yep.
Cancun on 3.
Cancun on 3, boy.
You better get 2 planes chartered because there's going to be a lot of people on there.
Oh, man. But anyways, we get ready to get on up out of here. We thank everybody for tuning in to another edition of our NBA Weekly Recap show. If you missed this show, you can always catch this one and others on our YouTube channel, KY Beyond the Game. If you'd like to listen to the show or like to stream the show, you can always catch us on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play Store, wherever you can stream or listen to podcasts, that's where we are located. You can always catch us Monday and Tuesday on Facebook Live and YouTube Live as well at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Keezy, you got anything you want to say before you get out of here?
Did you get what I sent you today?
What?
That package.
What package?
Had all them L's in it.
This guy. But anyways, go ahead, Keys. This damn package. Whatever. I ain't get no damn package.
Like I always say, may not be right, but I've never been wrong. You got anything you need to tell everybody? Hot L's. LeBron's the easiest path to the title ever.
No,
I win again.
No, it's not.
Catch us.
It's
Catch us
not.
on everything he just mentioned. Comment, like, share, subscribe, everything you can do.
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna get better and better at all times. See, he got his hands in his face because he took all these L's today. I win again. Tell the people something else. One more time.
We want you to treat somebody how you want somebody to treat your mama. We out of here. Peace.